Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another lovely YouTube video. We are back in the garage with the Civic Si. And as you guys already can tell from the title, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do an oil change for your 10th gen Civic. Specifically right here, the Si, but this can go for any type of Civic. Before we get started, I do wanna say real quick, if you do not already know, follow me on Instagram. I am giving away a front splitter just like mine. If you want more details, just go ahead and check it out on Instagram. Now to get started, you're gonna need at least 4 quarts of oil. The car will take about 3.7. You also will need a oil filter wrench, Phillips flat, and then a ratchet with a 17mm on it. And to clean your mess up too, you don't want to just drop oil everywhere, so make sure you have one of these guys. And then for one of the steps that I forgot to describe to you guys, but you definitely want to get your oil filter. It's very important. I just choose the OEM oil filter just because it comes with a gasket already. Some aftermarket ones really don't, so you just gotta be cautious of that. But if you're doing it yourself, you definitely want to change out the gasket when you're doing your oil. So definitely get just the OEM one. They're perfectly made and meant for the car, so there's no going wrong with it. So first things first, you want to make sure that you let the car cool down. Temperature is very hot for the oil, so you don't want to burn yourself. So let the car cool down. Then after that, we're gonna go ahead and jack up the car. All right, so now that we've gotten the car jacked up, so you guys can see, next is to pop the hood and take off the oil cap. After that, you're gonna go ahead and take off the oil cap. And then as a rule of thumb, I always put it right here. Just that way when I close the hood, if this happens, obviously if it hits this, I'm gonna remember, oh, I forgot to put the oil cap on. So there you guys go. All right guys, so next step is to get under the car. We're gonna go ahead and take the skid plate off, but in doing so, just some protection for yourself and so you don't get as dirty. I just have some cardboard. You can use really anything, trash bag. I luckily had cardboard around. So go ahead and get this, and then you wanna start getting over here to the skid plate. If you remember from the front pipe down pipe video, we had to take this off as well. Just get a flathead and a Phillips, and we can go ahead and remove this from the car. All right, and there we go. All right, now looking underneath, we have my catless front pipe and down pipe, as you guys can see over there. And then right here where it says engine oil, obviously this is where you're gonna want to use your ratchet with the 17mm and screw this off slowly, and make sure that you have your oil catch can that we have trustfully over here. Want to make sure it's prepared right underneath it, so that way it catches all the oil. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and open this, make sure that's open. All right, got our section for that, and then we're going to go ahead and start taking off this bolt. Now keep in mind, for me, my car is at a slanted angle like this, so think about the gravity. It's going to go ahead and shoot, might fire like over here, so I'm just going to get prepared for it. But we're gonna go ahead. If I can get some leverage.
There you got it.
There we go. I think we broke it a little bit. All right, okay, perfect. So now that we've broken it, it's become loose now to go ahead and take off. Make sure you have this prepared. That's why I also have the cardboard too, so that way if it does shoot out on the cardboard. But I'm gonna go ahead and just readjust this cardboard, move this a bit, and then kind of shoot for this, because my car is slanted and at an angle, so this might kind of shoot far out this way. So I just want to be prepared for it. So here we go. Pretty long bolt, just keep that in mind.
How fast is your pull-out game?
Make sure you got a fast pull-out game. Boom. Right on the money, guys. Right on the money. And just watch the oil if you need to move it time to time.
My corker used the cap.
All right guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and plug this up. But before we do, take off the old gasket that you have on your bolt and put on the new one. The way it goes is, if I can sort of see, it's always the flat part that's gonna go, and you can kind of tell there is a flat and rounded end. What? And you just go ahead, attach it like so, and then we'll go ahead and wipe that up and start screwing that back in. That way we kind of stop the oil. It's already depleted most of it out. So once we get that fully screwed on, we're gonna go ahead and tighten this up now. Whew, just enough. Just enough. Where it's impossible for anybody to take it off in your life. Just play.
Rocco.
Alright, and we should be good from there. Next is to take off your filter. And so let me go ahead. We're gonna move this down. Get prepared as well, because that is also gonna be dropping out some oil too. All right guys, so now that we've depleted all the oil out, you wanna go ahead and take off the oil filter. I'm gonna go ahead and put this kind of directly under it just to prepare. But if you're as strong as me, you can go ahead and just take it off like so. Who the fuck am I kidding? All right, and just gonna take out some oil. Usually it will just start depleting oil out from the filter, so then after it's kind of like drained out a bit, go ahead and slowly take that off. And this has taken 10 years. There we go. After that, you want to go ahead and clean up your mess a bit. Then get your brand new Honda oil filter. And actually you're going to want to go ahead and get some oil and just kind of put it around there, just like so, so that way you kind of lubricate it already. Alright, and then we can go ahead and put this bad boy back on. Remember, this is the new one guys, this is not the old one. Just want to make sure that is tight, just kind of hand tighten it. Should be good.
Yeah, you're good.
Alright, cool. And so usually you would want brake cleaner to go ahead and just kind of spray all this down to kind of clean up your mess. I unfortunately do not have that right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and wipe down everything. We should be good from that. Alright, let's go ahead and put the skid plate back on. Alright guys, and we're going to go ahead now and put the oil in. We of course have nothing but the best Amsoil synthetic motors. Just go ahead and put some oil in. Now that we've applied the oil, we're going to go ahead and start up the car.
Slacking.
So after you let the engine run for about like 2 or 3 seconds really, because that's all it takes to really build up oil pressure, we're going to go ahead and now check out the oil. You always want to clean the dipstick before you do so. Where you apply it back in. And voila. Now these are really hard to see because it's very finicky with these brand new ones. But as long as you can kind of see a little bit, you want it about here, it should be good. And so a lot of people don't know how to do this. And so after you have finished doing your oil change, of course you have your maintenance light probably on, but you definitely just always want to reset it by going to System, Vehicle, and then right here where it says Maintenance Info, click on that. Select Reset Items. and then you have oil and filter, and you're gonna go ahead and reset that. All right guys, well I hope that video helped you. Go ahead and comment below what you guys want to suggest for the next upcoming videos. But thank you guys very much for the support and everything. I also want to go ahead and thank my friends Adrian and Connor for helping me out. Thank you guys, thank you brothers. And we will see you guys in next week's video. So take care and yada.